It's about 6:30 in the morning, just getting ready to head out, grab some coffee, go to the office, start my day. Here's what's coming up today, the big things on my radar, the important actions that will help to move the needle on ending homelessness in America. And they are the things that I like to do least, that come up every month. Those are reports, timesheets, turning in my receipts, my expense report. I really don't like doing all of those things. They've all piled up once again into one day in which they will be due. So that's one thing. Oh, I have an early morning text. What is this from? On the 10 freeway, Tuesday morning. I'm feeling pumped to be back to work. I have to say, after 4 or 5 days of not working, I start to get a little antsy. It's actually technically only been like 3 days. That's kind of messed up. So it's only 1 day longer than a weekend. Part of it is though because we had a retreat, a team retreat last week. We essentially make all of these plans. Like, we plan out the work we're gonna do over the next 6 months. And to do that kind of planning and then have to wait like 5 days before you start working on anything that you just planned creates this kind of pressure. Like, early morning is one of the only times of the day that I feel like Los Angeles feels peaceful. One of the books that I've been reading is a book called The War of Art. A novelist wrote this book from the perspective of a writer. But I think that it applies to the work that we're doing too, because what we're really after is social change and sort of discovering this thing that we've never gotten to before, like we have almost a precedent for. And so I think there's something inherently creative that has to happen. There's something analogous to the creative process. Apparently this is in celebration of Juno reaching Jupiter. I assume that's some sort of rocket or spacecraft. And these are the people in NASA jumping up and down. First thing I'm going to do is firm up the PowerPoint presentation that I'm going to use today for the first session, teaching some quality improvement principles to a team of folks in Honolulu working on housing veterans. And I just think it's one of these tools that we have to start using in the context of creating change, of creating better systems, of addressing what one of my teachers would call wicked complex social problems. I start with a problem that the team wants to solve. In this case, there's 2 challenges. Both of them have to do with shortening the length of time that it takes for a veteran who's experiencing homelessness to get through the process of accessing their housing. You know, every day that they shorten that length of time is one less day a veteran has to live homeless. I want to help them solve this problem, but also I want to teach them some quality improvement tools that they take away from our time together and can use in any context to address any kind of problem, big or small. Here you can see is a list of things I am now responsible for. I made this list. One of the pieces of feedback I got was that I overextend myself at times. So I'm putting up here all the different realms of things I am responsible for and working on to keep this in front of me and continue to evaluate whether I should add anything to this list or things should be taken away. And at the top of the list is change package for vet cohorts. One of my first tasks is to take the primary drivers, the big drivers that we identified as a team, to get to the goal of getting one large community to functional zero by the end of this year, are these: reducing inflow, GPD integration, increased access to affordable housing units, which are really rental units for federal subsidies, and having a robust coordinated entry system. Now, for each of these, I have the task of beginning to develop a draft of what secondary drivers might be for each of these sort of buckets within these big buckets of things, strategies, activities, change ideas that we might identify and generate to give to these communities to help them focus in on the things they need to work on to get to the goal. So one of the things we're doing today is shooting a promotional clip of the one and only Beth Sandor talking about the Ready for Zero Zaro Conference, our national conference for Zero 2016, putting together a video. Beth does not love to shoot these videos from what I can tell. I think she does fine in them. So we're putting some creative twist on it today. We're bouncing around downtown Los Angeles and doing shots from different locations. And then we're gonna put it all together. It's gonna be fun. All right, so here's my first run at secondary drivers attached to the primary drivers that are attached to the goal. With the goal of getting one medium or large size community to functional zero, effectively ending homelessness for veterans by the end of this year. They are. There you can see them. I'll read them off to you. This is just a first step. It's a first draft. This isn't the final product. It's first draft. Okay. Next step is to ask really smart people that are much smarter than me what they think the secondary drivers would be. I'm not going to tell them what I've already put up here because I still want to see what they say and how it compares to my thinking and my understanding. I'm guessing already with leadership and buy-in from local providers. K.O. Campbell, y'all, gave me that one. She's been working on the GPD stuff for some time now. She knew that was true. I didn't have that one there. So I'm going to ask smarter people than me to articulate what they think the secondary drivers are. We'll take that input and meld it with this. That's all to come in the next couple of weeks. Secondary drivers. All right. So, whoa. So, we shot the video with Beth. I just edited it and sent a first draft to Beth and Leslie to review before I send it on to Jake and Adam from our communications team to review. It turned out really well. She went from she had these 5 reasons people should come to the Zaro conference. Here's the deal. It's 5:30. I have a 6:30 call with the folks from, by the way, I had a call earlier about quality improvement with the VASH team from Honolulu and Hawaii. And it was so much fun. I wasn't sure because we were virtual and you have to do video conferencing and there's shared screens and PowerPoints and all this stuff. And I wasn't sure if the technology would work, but I thought it went really well. I hope they think it went well. They were awesome. I can tell they are a super smart group of folks. I have another call with some of those folks and other folks from Honolulu. I said at the beginning of the day that one of the things that was important was that I get my timesheets, reports, and receipts all turned in today. I have done none of that. And it is looming down. It is rain. I can feel it like a dark cloud behind my head to get this stuff done. I'm running out of time, which means I'm going to have to do it at night. And I don't want to do it at night because then I have to work late doing the thing that I really don't like to do. I'm feeling good today. Had a great call with the VASH folks. Had fun making that video. Anyway, I'll get through it. This is for you, Jen Padgett. Jen's in charge of submitting a bunch of this stuff, and I'm doing it for Jen. It's all for Jen. That's what's keeping me going, Jen. It's you. It's 7:30. Done with the call. We had a little bit of a tough conversation relating to the data. It was tough for me. I can't say it ended things on a high note for me, other than to just feel inspired by everyone's determination to keep pressing forward and keep pressing towards this goal that seems normal to us because we talk about it so much, but is really just an audacious and an achievement that no one's really figured out since homelessness became a thing. Love you guys in Hawaii, and we'll keep pushing on.